Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your tweets. Craig Burley with me in the studio. Gab Marcotti and Frank Leboeuf are with us as well. Craig, we've had so many tweets aimed at you about what do you think it could be about.
Solskjaer?
Yes.
Well, to be honest with you, they're just from idiots. The season is only 17 games old.
Wait, this is it. How many games must he play before you can praise or criticise a manager, Craig? 17 games are played and you still can't say a good thing about Solskjaer.
I don't think he's the best man for the job, and I don't think Man United will win the league. So, what is going to change?
What if they win the league?
Well, then we'll have to readdress that.
Yeah. Would you admit you're wrong if they win the league?
Not really. I don't think he's the best man for the job there. And
well, he won the league, and you still can't say anything nice about it.
If he does win the league, it'll be because City and Liverpool.
No, you've got to praise him if he wins the league.
Listen, I don't think he's the best man for the job at Old Trafford. That's not going to change because of a few results.
Go on, Frank.
Hey guys, you know what? I don't know what it means, what it will mean to be the champion of the league in any league in Europe this season when we see, how all championship have been, moved, and removed, in a way that Barcelona is, 10th in the league. Manchester City started very badly. Chelsea is all over the place right now.
I don't know.
In Italy, Milan is
Frank,
first.
I don't know, mate. I think it's still a league. You still win the title.
Yeah, but it's an exceptional season in many ways. That's what I mean.
But history will still remember them as the winners of the league. I don't think it will come with an asterisk, will it?
Yeah, of a very bizarre season.
No, going to win the league. They're not going to win. They're not. I mean, what a bunch of despots. Who are these people? Filter them out.
Lots of them.
17 games.
Well, that was the least abusive one.
Well, give me abuse.
No, because then Disney will sack us.
City's going to win the league.
Good. We've seen City take Man United apart in the Carabao Cup after taking Chelsea apart without a striker and with a load of numpties who've been breaking COVID protocols, so their squad has been threadbare because of that, and that's their own fault, nobody else's fault, and they still managed to take them apart. So spare me the 17 games in, this is fantastic. Oh, what happened in the Champions League? Or is that not important anymore? They got pumped out of it, right? After, what did they pick up? 2 points in the last 4 games?
Yes. Gab Marcotti wants to say something.
Yes.
Well, I've written a whole column on this very subject.
Oh, Craig, there you go.
You go and check out on.
Give us a synopsis.
No, look. Basically. Oh, and by the way, Frank, Barcelona are actually 3rd in La Liga. They're no longer 10th, but.
Yes.
I'll give you a synopsis if you like. No.
Well, that's what I meant.
It's been.
Synopsis.
You guys, this is the first United team to be top of the league in January since 2013, since Sir Alex left.
Yeah, Craig.
Yep.
That has value. He succeeded in doing what Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, and David Moyes failed to do. Okay, this in itself has some value. He's not embarrassing the club by going out and pretending that there's a vice captaincy so he can strip it from Pogba. He hasn't gone out and complained about signings, even though Jadon Sancho and Erling Haaland, as you will have noticed, aren't there. Even though Bruno Fernandes came 6 months late. Even though Lukaku left and wasn't replaced. And then when he was replaced, it was Odion Ighalo who showed up. He hasn't done all these things. He's always smiling, always polite. He's not embarrassing the club. He's a company man. And right now, that suits United. And operating along these lines, United are in a far better position in the league than they were under his predecessors.
There you go.
So there's progress there. There's value there.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's highly unlikely that they'll win the league. But I think that already shows that that approach to some degree works, right?
Because
No, it doesn't approach to any degrees because, as Gabby said, it didn't happen to them since 2013, which means that in a normal season, with a normal preparation, with no pandemic, with the fans in the crowd, they wouldn't be first because Liverpool and Manchester City will be like 10 points ahead, like they normally do every season for the past 5 years.
it's not.
I agree the pandemic's changed a lot of things in football in Europe, right? But United are also dealing with a pandemic. United are the team that, they have 70,000 people at Old Trafford, and all of a sudden they're not there. I mean, if your point is that we're getting some unusual results around Europe, sure, I agree. But the point is, it's a level playing field for many of these teams, certainly for the teams involved in Europe. No,
it's proven that it's not for the same. It's not the same result for the same people. Of course, somebody has to be first because we have games, but it doesn't mean at some point it gets some advantages to some teams. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I think.
Look. So
some of the teams,
Frank, if we're going to go down that road and we're going to discount everything that's happened this season, we can also pretend that United weren't knocked out of the Champions League, right?
Oh yeah, if you're going to go that way, you can go that way if you want to. But we can say that maybe Paris Saint-Germain wasn't ready at the beginning of the season, and they catched up, to finish first.
Okay,
that's it.
Right, that's it. Last comment on this because it's.
Yeah, well, look. He's done nothing yet, right? There's no doubt he's not in the same category as Guardiola and Klopp, right? Now, he's done well getting them to where they are. But that's because, and I repeat this, the other two are miles off where they've been in the last 3 years. Had at least one of them produced the same sort of consistency, Man United would be a country mile off the top. So you've got to balance that out.
Okay. After Sterling's awful penalty miss, Frank or Craig, have you ever missed a penalty like that?
I've missed a penalty, yeah. I've missed penalties, yeah. What? Like what?
Like blasting it over the bar embarrassingly high like that.
It's not embarrassing, but it can happen.
Right.
I mean,
No, it's not embarrassing. Platini on his birthday, quarterfinal of the World Cup, on a penalty shoot against Brazil, put the ball over the bar as well. Platini, at the time Ballon d'Or. So it can happen to everybody.
Roberto Baggio did it, and was it a World Cup final? Gab?
I know all these other people do. This person's just asking if you ever did it.
Baresi, I think Baresi, no?
I don't need a whole list of penalties.
Right,
Stevie Nicol did it in a European Cup final.
What's that? Sorry.
They don't want a list of all the people who've missed penalties. They're just asking if you missed.
The inference is that how can that happen? I mean, we've seen Bayern Munich miss penalties today. I mean, you can miss a penalty. I mean, what's happened? None of these people ever play the game. Go down the park with your mates and see if you score every penalty. Everybody's an expert now. Social media, Twitter, they're all experts. They don't want you to comment on it, but they want to comment on everything. They've never kicked a ball in their life at any decent level. Millions of them. You can't comment on that, you can't comment on that, you can't comment on that. They never pulled the strip on.
No.
They're never in a stadium, they never played professional sport, but they want to comment on everything. Now all of a sudden, a penalty is easy to take.
We're just asking if you missed a penalty.
Yes, I missed a penalty.
That's all he wanted to know. That was it.
Man, I told you before the show,
these.
Jürgen and I came on, and I said to Jürgen, Craig is in a very good mood. I said, no, wait, we didn't start the show.
This is not a silly question.
I mean,
I'll be honest with you. I'm sick and tired of extra time.
Oh,
right?
dear. Gab.
I'll tell you why.
Gab.
Because we just allow Muppets to send questions. Not this one in particular. I'm not saying that's the worst question. And it's a generalisation. We're just giving a platform for absolute Muppets to ask questions. Right? That's all I'm saying.
People like asking questions. Gab, with Kulusevski, will Kulusevski continue his hot form? What do you think his ceiling will be in his career?
Form? He was on the bench the other day.
No, he played today, didn't he?
He was on the bench for Juve in the big game at Milan.
No, but I think this season he's exceeded expectations. Yeah. People have been impressed.
He exceeded them well enough. He was on the bench in the game at Milan. He came off the bench, and he created a goal, but he was on the bench. Pirlo saw fit to put him on the bench.
Right. Gab, what's his ceiling?
All right. He's still very, very young.
Yes,
and I think one of the things about Kulusevski is that people aren't quite sure what position he plays because he has an unusual skill set. Yes. So, some people see him as a wide midfielder, some people see him as a second striker. I think we'll get a better sense as he grows. But yeah, when you're that strong and you're fast and you have quick feet, the world's your oyster.
Who's likely to finish in the top four, Spurs or Leicester? Frank?
Wow. I think Spurs with more experiences than Leicester to finish fourth. But Leicester can surprise everybody, and I put them at the beginning of the season in the top 6, which I think I didn't put Tottenham, or maybe put Tottenham on 6. So I would say Leicester.
Leicester?
Who's more likely to win the league, Tottenham or Leicester? Interesting question, possibly. Who's going to finish in the top 4? Who cares?
Well, it's quite a big discussion point, isn't it?
Is it?
Top 4, yes. We would see top 4 success for quite a lot of teams.
What, Tottenham?
Yes.
Wow.
If Tottenham doesn't finish top 4, you'll be banging on the fact that this squad is good enough to finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
So therefore, it's a relevant conversation to have.
Oh, we're talking about winning a title here. The title's wide open. Top 4's an afterthought.
This person's allowed to ask about Spurs or Leicester. Who's going to finish in the top 4?
I'm not saying you're not allowed to ask. You can ask till the cows come home. I'm just not particularly interested.
Let's talk titles then, Gab. Can Roma challenge for the title this season?
I think a ton of things would
yes
have
or
to fall
no?
into
I've been
place,
told by the
but
producer.
Yes, they can. How's that?
Steve.
Well done, Gab.
I don't know why. Steve,
You've got to be Italian to answer these questions.
Steve, now you're jealous I didn't ask you the question?
No, I've no interest in asking it, but they get upset sometimes when you start talking about Italian football.
Stevie, I don't know.
Who's Stevie?
I don't know. Do you think the game is going soft? Do you think they need to punish players for diving or allow a bit more physicality?
Don't look at me. My name's not Stevie.
Well, I don't know who wants to answer that. Frank?
Yes. Well, I'm fed up to see players, falling down for nothing, not being even touched. Honesty doesn't pay.
Okay.
And I can agree that you can exaggerate it, but not falling for nothing.
When you put the question out earlier, did you put Stevie's name on there?
No.
Right. Okay. I rest my case.
Well, all right, okay, that is it.
Now
that is it.
I rest my case.
But you might think, that's it. Now you can all go home. No, we've got so much more to record. Just me and Craig. It's going to be a fantastic hour. Thank you very much. We'll be back here tomorrow. Sebi will be here. Arsenal Crystal Palace will be the discussion point. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.